A series of unfortunate events, ankle edition. Most times when an athlete is injured, they are out of the game then and there and begin the process to get well and get back to the game. When I injured my ankle, I never left the game and continued playing until my injury was way past bad. The story is not a typical fall down, get back up story. It is a story about why injuries need to be taken seriously and not pushed to the side. At my high school, it was rare for freshmen to be on the varsity softball team. What was even more rare was for a freshman to go on the spring training trip to the ESPN Wild World of Sports at Disney World in Florida. I was the only freshman among a sea of upperclassmen. My stomach was in knots and I could not have been more nervous. When I finally got walked and got on base, the nerves were gone. My coach gave me the steal sign and I was excited because I was the best person on my team at stealing bases. I knew the only thing that could go wrong was that I would not be seen. However, I proved myself wrong. Next thing I know, I was in the dugout with ice on my ankle, out for the rest of the week. I could barely walk, I could not put any weight on my ankle, so I was wheelchair bound until I got home. When I got home a week later, my school's athletic trainer and my pediatrician told me I was fine. I just had to sit out for 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks, I had to wear a brace on my ankle when I played. I was 14 years old, so these educated people telling me I was fine was all I needed to hear. I got right back to playing softball, even though my ankle constantly hurt, was swollen, and constantly had black and blue tint to it. I played sports the rest of my freshman year, all the way until weeks before my graduation senior year. I became accustomed to my ankle hurting, so during soccer and softball games, I did not think twice about it. The doctor and athletic trainer both told me I was fine after it happened, so I took their word. Clearly, I should have gotten another opinion. Fall of my senior year, I was playing soccer and or softball every day, if not both in one day. By the time winter came, my ankle hurt like it never hurt before, so I went to a doctor that was only 2 blocks away from my high school. He examined my ankle, I got an MRI and an x-ray, and he looked at me and asked me, "How do you even walk?" Ankle had no solid ligaments, all were stretched or completely torn, and the same was for my tendons. I was told that if I did not get surgery within 5 years, I would not be able to walk within 10 years. I was 18 years old, being told that because I did not take care of an injury, there was a possibility of me not being able to walk. On June 2nd, 2016, I got complete ankle reconstruction surgery. The surgery went great. I was cast and boot-ridden for weeks, and I was stuck in my house for the last few weeks of senior year. At 18 years old, I had to learn to walk again. It's much harder than it seems, but I was determined because graduation was inching closer and closer.
Hard to be soft, tough to be tender.
June 23rd, 2016, I graduated from high school. I walked across the stage with no crutches, no boot, no support at all. The next day my ankle was really swollen, but it was something I could live with. The message I want to illuminate within my story is that sports injuries need to be taken care of properly. As a future physical education teacher and coach, it is important that athletes are honest with their bodies and the pain they are experiencing. Today, my ankle is fully functional. I still play softball and I am even the fastest girl on the team. Conclusively, my story is not the typical injury story, but I hope that it will illustrate why injuries need to always be attended to and not overlooked.